Philosophy allows us to ask much broader questions than many other scientific disciplines. It is capable of looking at the bigger picture and providing important insights into the relationships between different areas of knowledge. Philosophy allows us to ask much broader questions than many other scientific disciplines, blah, blah, blah. It helps us to look at the bigger picture, and it also provides important insights into the relationships between different areas of knowledge, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This means that while philosophy can provide valuable insights into theoretical concepts and broader ethical questions, it needs to be supplemented by empirical findings and experiments to reach a more comprehensive understanding. So this means this. Do they really connect? Not really, right? Because no, supplemented by because of this. It needs to be supplemented by empirical findings and experiments to reach a more comprehensive, maybe. Let's move on to B. Philosophers tend to ask questions rather than provide definitive answers, and their contributions often consist of challenging established assumptions and proposing new research approaches. However, for a more comprehensive understanding of the nature of consciousness, close collaboration between philosophy and neuroscience is required. So close collaboration between philosophy and neuroscience is required for a more comprehensive understanding of the nature of consciousness, right? And that means this, right? It needs to be supplemented by empirical findings and experiments to reach a more comprehensive understanding, because philosophers, they ask questions rather than provide definitive answers through experiments, empirical experiments, right? So that's why it requires a close collaboration between philosophy and neuroscience, right? In order to get to this right here. Okay, so that kind of makes sense, right? So then let's go to C. Philosophy is particularly important for the interdisciplinary efforts of cognitive science, where it helps to bridge gaps between different disciplines and pioneer new ways for research, right? So philosophy helps for the different disciplines to collaborate, right? Right? For the interdisciplinary efforts in the field of cognitive science, right? Like scientific methods, philosophizing is a non-empirical approach that attempts to validate concepts through logical thinking and argumentation, right? So philosophizing is a non-empirical approach, and it tries to validate its concepts through logical thinking and argumentation. So how do you do that? How do you validate concepts through logical thinking and argumentation? By asking a lot of questions, right? So from C to B right here. Philosophers, that's why philosophers ask a lot of questions rather than providing definitive answers. They rely on science for that, right? Specifically scientific methods. So the answer is from C to B to A, right? So from C to B to A. 정답이 뭔지 한번 보겠습니다.
시점을 다루는 이 내용은 앞에다 넣어주는 게 흐름상 맞다. 그래서 정답 몇 번? 5번에다 넣어주시면 되겠다. 연결어나 지시어 같은 거 없이 철저하게.
그래서 이게 정답인 것 같네요. C, okay, so C, B, A.